Here we are showing our recommended bike and pedestrian network throughout the city. This shows a combination of shared use paths and bike boulevards to provide a fully connected network throughout the town. Various wayfinding signage will be key throughout the plan implementation to make it clear to users how to navigate the network. From feedback in the previous round of engagement and further study, we have made some changes to the proposed plan you saw previously. We found that the shared use path was the most popular type of facility for survey respondents. For those who don't know, a shared use path, like the one along the big ditch shown in the picture to the left, is a dedicated space for bikes and pedestrians separated from motor vehicle traffic. As such, shared use paths require right-of-way width for implementation and take planning and funding allocation. The city is already pursuing funding for a new shared use path along the L&N Railroad right-of-way in the south side of town and an extension of the Big Ditch path along Route 4 to Onyx Road. Based on space and feasibility, we are also recommending shared use paths along Church, Harnett, 6th, County, and the ditch along Mine Street. In areas of town where there is limited right-of-way width and traffic volumes are low, bike boulevards are great treatments to provide a safe facility for cyclists to navigate town. Bike boulevards are routes where bikes share the road with cars. These routes are enhanced with share the road signs, like you see on the right, pavement markings, and wayfinding, like you see on the left, to enhance safety for cyclists by making drivers aware of their presence in the roadway. Bike boulevards are cost-effective and easy to implement. Since bike boulevards require minimal changes to infrastructure, we are recommending these as the first phase of implementation of the bike network plan. We recommend the first priority is to establish a loop of bike boulevards throughout the town on 10th, Railway, Independence, Poplar, and South Street, shown in bright blue. We also are recommending temporary bike boulevards along Church Street and a small part of Market to connect the network until the shared use paths can be constructed. Some longer-term bike boulevards are shown in the very light blue to connect to the future bike facilities like the shared use path along the L&N Railroad and extension along Route 4 to Onyx.
Bicycle wayfinding signage is a tool used to direct cyclists to the best routes for their destinations. On these bicycle trails, we recommend using both informational and directional signage. Informational signage at key intersections inform a rider when they have arrived at their destination, where they are, and what options they have. They also serve as general wayfinding landmarks and help identify safe routes for cyclists. This type of signage includes maps, mile markers, and travel time to destinations. Directional signage is designed to help riders get to where they are going. It is meant to guide riders along the route to their destination. They are best used at intersections and areas without a clear traffic flow. The map identifies locations where adding the appropriate wayfinding signage would be beneficial. These signs should be implemented in conjunction with the implementation of the trail system. Since bike boulevards require minimal change to infrastructure, we are recommending implementing these as the first phase. Therefore, the signage along bike boulevards should be implemented first as well. Bicycle informational signage is designed to inform riders. It can be used at key locations to inform the cyclist of what trails and amenities exist and where they are located. Examples of where this type of signage should be posted is at trailheads, bike stations, and open space nodes. Examples of informational signage include trail maps, trail amenities and information, and mile markers. Directional or decision signs are there to inform the rider of where they are and where they should turn. Directional signs should be placed in advance of turns or decision points on a bicycle route. They should include destinations, directional arrows, and distance. Examples of directional signage include posted directional signs with arrows and distance to trails and amenities, pavement markings, which can be installed to help reinforce routes and help riders navigate turns and intersections. Pavement markings can be more visible than signs to riders on a route, especially where signs are difficult to see due to vegetation or parked cars. Another example is bike boulevard signage, which visually indicate to motorists that they are driving along a bicycle route and should use caution.
As Mascota continues to grow, housing products at different price points will be added to account for the demand. The city of Mascota can expect to add a total of 520 for sale units in the next 20 years. Approximately three-quarters of these units will be in the price range of more than $200,000. While most of these units can be expected to be built in the north side subdivisions of the city, there are opportunities to locate some of the lower range units as infill or redevelopment opportunities in other parts of the city, especially the south side. The city of Mascota can expect an additional demand of 225 rental units in the next 20 years. Approximately a third of this demand, that is 85 units, can be met by units in the price range of $1,000 to $1,500 a month. The zoning recommendations are geared towards providing appropriate guidance for the zoning ordinance for the city of Mascota, such that the city can support desirable development both on the Main Street corridor as well as the areas adjacent to this corridor, and is able to fully realize the vision laid out in this Great Streets planning process. We recommend unifying Main Street corridor into one zoning district that could be named Main Street District, such that the zoning along the whole corridor is consistent as opposed to a variation of three different districts that exist now, that are downtown commercial, general commercial, and office districts. This new Main Street district can be designed to allow for a mix of uses such as artist studios, live-work units, custom manufacturing, in addition to general commercial and retail uses. This district shall also accommodate various types of residential uses ranging from mid to high density developments with specific design guidelines. Also, this district can have regulations pertaining to maintaining pedestrian access throughout the corridor. We also recommend developing design standards for conditional uses that might be permitted in the district upon review. Additionally, we recommend an urban family district to the south of the corridor. This district is expected to establish a more inclusive middle density zoning in the city. It is meant to be transitional between existing low intensity residential uses and the Main Street corridor, and also allow for products such as small lot single family, attached duplexes, and townhomes. In addition, we recommend that this district allows for accessory dwelling units that might meet specified criteria. This is so that the existing families as well as the new families moving into the neighborhood have the opportunities to account for their changing needs. Also, accessory dwelling units can help senior population of Mascota meet their needs in terms of support and finances and help them age in place.